But looking at these two, Ronaldo was asked, is this going to be your final year? And he did say this is most likely his final year. And then I'm also hearing about what Messi has been saying recently about his dad and how he doesn't feel as motivated to play anymore. Or he just doesn't feel like he has the same passion for the game anymore without his dad being there. And I've both said that both Ronaldo and Messi would play in 2030 because it's their home World Cups. Essentially, if you look at it for Argentina, the first handful of games are going to play in South America. Infantino, we all know what it is. He just wants more money. And then you look at Portugal. It's also another home World Cup as well for them. So I'm saying, and with the expanded roster, those two guys don't really have to play. I mean, realistically, if you look at the 26-man roster, 7 of them will never touch the field. 8 or 9 of them will never touch the field. So that's why. But look at Ronaldo, and he thinks it's his final year, and he's been playing in Saudi Arabia recently. He had another failed World Cup. And now all of a sudden it doesn't matter that he doesn't have a World Cup. He said that doesn't define him anymore. Like he said before the 2022 World Cup, it was like, yeah, I need to win a World Cup. And all of a sudden now it doesn't define him. Crazy how that all works. But you think Ronaldo, he's probably done. I mean, he's already made more money than probably 1 billion people combined in their life. He's probably got enough people to retire 4 generations of his family without ever having to lift a finger. How much money that guy has made. Both of their legacies are cemented. There's really nothing that those two players can do anymore to really cement their legacy any further. Maybe Ronaldo goes and wins another Euros, but he's already been there, done that. Maybe the only other way is waiting another 4 years to maybe hoist another World Cup. But at that point, Ronaldo wouldn't really be a factor. Messi may not even be a factor in 4 years. So there's really no point of cementing a legacy. An MLS Cup doesn't cement his legacy any further. A Saudi Arabia Cup does not cement Ronaldo's legacy any further. But that's exactly what it would be. There's really nothing else that those two players could do. Swiss says, for us Europeans, they both already retired because no one here watches the MLS for the Saudi Arabia League. My goal, Fabian says, is to have a CR7 signed ball and Messi as well. Are you going to tell Messi that that he's your favorite player, Fabian, when you go on and meet the guy? But no, just looking at these two players, I think both of them are done. I look at Messi, and recently the last couple of games that he's played since his father has passed away, it doesn't look like Messi of old. It looks like he's a little bit more heated. He's a little bit more angry out there. He seems to be instigating a lot more. He seems to not care as much as he did with his dad watching him. But hey, maybe he's tired of it now. Maybe he's still just grieving through it all. But I don't think Messi's going to play this game much longer. You think of Ronaldo as well. But again, there's nothing that these two players can do to solidify themselves as a GOAT anymore, or anything like that. That's just the reality of it. And hey, we lived through a generation, we lived through an era where the two greatest players of all time, better than Maradona, better than Pele, better than any of those guys, those two guys played the game of soccer. We got to see those two battle time and time again in La Liga, battle time and time, and maybe not so much on the international stage, or we didn't get to see them in a World Cup. But you're, the short about, Messi starting to fight. Yeah, and a lot of people, that one did go viral quite a bit. But there's really nothing that those two can do anymore, and just watch the remaining of these two players' careers, or maybe go back on YouTube and watch some highlights of those two guys playing, because those two guys cannot do any more to cement their legacy. And we lived through an era where those two players, man, they were awesome to watch on a week-to-week basis, a monthly basis in the Champions League and in the World Cups and in La Liga and all that fun stuff. And I know Ronaldo had some stints with Juventus. Messi had some stints with PSG, and now obviously with Inter Miami. So again, there's a lot to still see of them left. Probably now, is Messi going to retire in December? I don't know. Maybe he plays the shortened season in, what was it, like April or March or May, whatever it is, because now the MLS is changing the schedule to fit the European schedule now. So maybe he does play that shortened season next year. I don't really know what he does, but it does feel like Ronaldo, he would retire then in spring. It would be cool to maybe see Ronaldo go back to Portugal though and play with where did he start out at? Sporting Lisbon, I think that's where he started. I think that you could see both of those guys. Maybe he makes a return back to Portugal. I would say it is really cool if you saw Ronaldo and Messi return to their home countries and play for a homegrown club, whether that's in Portugal or whether that's in Argentina. That'd be pretty sweet. Just because of the reception that those guys would get in their home countries. Because remember, Messi's never played in his home country in terms of his professional career. It's been in Spain, it's been in France, and now it's been in the United States. Ronaldo, he was at Sporting Lisbon originally, and then went to Manchester United, then Real Madrid, then Juventus, and now and then back to Manchester United, and then went to the Saudi Pro League. So a lot of things that those two players could do back in their home countries. I think that would be pretty awesome.
I would love to see that too, because that would kind of remind me of like a little bit over here when we were watching USL 2, like when Steve Clark came back from the MLS, came back to USL 2. It's almost like coming home in a way, because he started the Flint City Bucks, they're that first title that they got, and so that'd be kind of a cool thing. Yeah, it'd just be awesome. I love the poetry. It'd be great.
Yeah, James is all about the storylines and all the other things with sports.
The drama.
Yeah, me not so much, but James, that's why he likes movies.
You're the stats, I'm the drama.
Yeah,
you're the quantity, I'm the quality.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, he's a quality over quantity guy. That's,
yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see here. I'm glad both played before AI, because otherwise they wouldn't believe what they've done with the ball. That's a very good point, Swiss.
Yeah.
Messi is so bad that he would want to retire in his country. What does that have to do with anything?
Wow.
Fabian, just chalk Fabian up as the biggest Messi hater. Swiss says Ronaldo comes to Switzerland to play for my hometown club. LOL. Hey, that'd be pretty cool. I was always joking around that Detroit City FC in the USL Championship would they'd all of a sudden get to play Inter Miami, and all of a sudden Inter Miami's coming to Hamtramck, Michigan to play a game in front of 5,000 people. I always thought that was a funny thing. And the lighting isn't even great at that field anyway. It's rather dark late at night. Fabian, imagine Messi does a Zava in Ted Lasso and goes, oh my. He goes to Flint City all of a sudden. They tell Messi, you don't want to play in the USL 2. You don't want to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
You don't want to challenge yourself in the USL 2. You don't have what it takes to do it. Messi, you may have won a World Cup, you may have won Ballon d'Ors and Champions Leagues, but do you have the lucrative USL 2 trophy in your back pocket? You do not. So yeah, maybe that's a funny one. Messi wouldn't want to go to Newell's Old Boys. Wouldn't want to go to Newell's Old Boy in Argentina. I don't know where he'd play. He would have some deal somewhere, but some hometown club, and wherever he's living at now in Argentina, he'd be just fine to go wherever.